For you today. St. Joseph today is preparing for the next Makers Trail Festival at Waco Beach in Bridgman, set for June 8th. St. Joe Today's Danielle Crevier tells us the event will feature craft beer, wine, cider, and spirits from 25 Michigan makers.
That just kind of celebrates all the makers throughout Southwest Michigan, specifically in Berrien County as well. And then we host Michigan beer, wine, cider, and spirit makers at Waco Beach. So we're really excited about this.
Crevier says the all-day festival features plenty of fun.
We've got 3 live bands and a DJ, so we'll kick off the day with DJ Mark DeRocher. He's also going to be our MC throughout the day. Then we've got Top Secret, Still Running, the backups and the get downs, and then we're ending the night with Ultra Fab. So there's going to be some great bands there. We've also got some food trucks. Right now we've got Nola Roo, the Brick House, and Don Chepe, the taco truck.
This is the second year St. Joseph Today is running the Makers Fest after the Greater Bridgman Area Chamber and Growth Alliance handed it over. The Crevier says that it went well last year, and they're looking forward to doing it again this year. Tickets are $10 through May 31st. After that, the ticket price increases to $20. You can get those online or at the Bridgman Hardings. Crevier notes that Makers Fest is a cash-only event. Adding that it's always been so, with only some limited exceptions. There's no ATM at Waco Beach, so just know that if you go down there, get the cash in advance so you can have a lot of fun. The number one concern on the minds of Michigan small businesses these days, inflation. That's according to a newly released survey from the Small Business Association of Michigan. CEO Brian Calley says it's not just what's happening this year, but all of the cost increases that have happened over the last few years.
Higher cost of everything, cost of inputs, cost of goods, cost of labor. It's all going up. And even though the messaging that we hear often is that inflation is moving in the right direction, that might be technically correct, but so many small businesses are still reeling from the cost increases over the past several years. It's been a very difficult journey.
Calley says the group's spring member survey also found that small businesses are still having a tough time finding qualified people to hire. They're also worried about higher costs related to the proposed expansion of the state's unemployment insurance system. And then next Tuesday, if you haven't put your ballot in already for the special election, you might want to think about making plans to do so. With special elections being held across Michigan next Tuesday, voters in Cass and Van Buren counties have a handful of ballot proposals to consider. In Cass County, Edwardsburg Public Schools is seeking a $24.4 million bond for climate control and roof work, plus technology at its facilities. A Brandywine Community Schools bond proposal will also be on some Cass County ballots. Brandywine is seeking a $22 million bond for building improvements. Pigeon Community Schools is seeking a $1.9 million bond for technology and equipment. Van Buren County Mattawan Consolidated School is seeking a bond of $92 million for a new middle and high school building and their athletic facilities. Mattawan is also seeking an $18 million bond for a swimming pool. And Bloomingdale Public Schools is seeking a $17 million bond for building improvements and technology purchases. Bloomingdale, by the way, is also seeking a $15.4 million bond for building remodeling. One other one that's not a school-related, but it is book-related, the Van Buren District Library is asking for a new millage for general operations. Those are the Van Buren and Cass County election previews. You can also find the Berrien County election preview on our website, WSJM.com. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. We'll have more coming up in just a moment. ABC News will give us the latest from a national and global level. We'll have weather, and then we'll talk about KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship coming up on Memorial Day weekend.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. More than 2,000 people have been arrested nationwide in the ongoing campus protest.
Okay, here we are. We're on the live stream. Brandon, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Great having you here, too.
You're welcome.
All right, I think we've got the live stream functioning properly. Hey, good morning, Diane. So we're on our video live stream. People are watching us on Facebook, Twitter, well, X, and YouTube as well. But Brandon, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Brandon Haney, Championship Director for this year's KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship.
And what is your role as that?
Yeah.
And how long have you been here?
I've spent most of my professional career here in Southwest Michigan. Been fortunate enough, actually was one of our operations assistants or interns at this championship 10 years ago.
Wow.
Was able to work my way through a variety of roles with the PGA of America, and
Okay.
Fortunate enough now to be here as our championship director.
That's fantastic. So it's been a great ride for you.
It's been amazing.
Are you from the area originally?
I'm from the Madison, Wisconsin area. So
Okay.
Midwest, but
Right.
just across the lake.
Okay. Or how good are you at golf?
Not very.
Come on.
There's a few people that are listening to this that have golfed with me before. And
I will go with you.
They were laughing as they hear me say that.
How many balls do you lose when you play Harbor Shores?
I think my record at Harbor Shores is 20. I'm very good
Really?
at putting a ball out of play. Yes. I bring the entertainment value, though. I promise
I'm right there with
pretty
you.
Fun to play with.
That's
you
good.
and I would have a good time.
Yes.
Then.
Yeah.
Forget about the score.
Yeah. And I bring the performance level up, though. I was playing with our friend Dave Deutsch here last summer, and he hit a hole-in-one on 11 while we were playing together.
I remember that day. So you were with him.
Well, it was just him and I out there, and he had a beautiful shot into 11, and it was that back right tee location or pin location, and we didn't actually get to see it go in, but
that's
pretty
fantastic.
fun reaction for him to get up to the green and find it.
So when you're looking for the ball, did you think like where'd it go?
I kind of had a feeling because he hit that top shelf of the green and it rolled down.
Okay.
So I knew he didn't hit it off the green.
I see.
And then we turned the corner. I was like, Dave, I think that's in the hole.
No,
and it was. So it was a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. Which hole is it that it dog legs around? There's a hill here, so you really can't see around where the pin is when you're hitting. I think it's on the back 9.
We got a few. There's 12 is a dog leg left, and then 9 is also a long dog leg left.
I think it's a par 4.
And it would be 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
I parred 12.
Okay.
I was very happy
that's
day.
not an easy hole.
No, not an easy hole. I got fantastically lucky, but it was the same thing almost. I felt like it was a hole-in-one because we were like, "Where's the ball? Where's the ball?" And the guys who I was with, they were a lot better than me. And then we saw my ball on the green, and I was like,
"Good for you.
That's nice."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd like to do that again. So if you can get me out there,
we can make that happen.
I'll lose a lot of balls. I have to get a couple dozen. All right, we've got more of the show coming up here in just a moment. Oh, yeah. So we should probably get back. We've got a minute before we have to get back. We'll be on the air. We'll introduce you again, Brandon, and we thought we'd talk a little bit about the history of the championship here in Benton Harbor, what it's meant, what it's done for the community, and kind of your view on its significance over that time. Does that work?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Brett, what do you have?
Just to talk about it, I was looking at other than
you were getting the stats, weren't you?
Yeah, National
the
Golf
stat
Club.
guy.
Other than that, this has been been held the most, then, hasn't it?
All right, hang on one second. We'll be right back.
Rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-948-6033 to speak to an expert. That's 800-948-6033.
Mostly cloudy skies with scattered showers and a few thunderstorms during the day today. High temperatures right around 70 degrees. We'll see the rain taper off this evening, and overnight, just mostly cloudy skies down to 53. And Saturday, partly sunny and warmer. Highs in the low 70s. We'll see a chance of rain return as we head into Saturday night and early Sunday morning. Sunday's high near 70. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
It's the morning show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
And hey, good morning. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us on the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. In for Johnny Reinhardt today is Bret Witkowski. And
no, I'm actually in for you.
Oh, you're in for me today, and I'm in for
Johnny.
Johnny?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as the pay's good. Right?
Oh, man.
You like that one.
That was a good one.
If you haven't already, tune into the live stream, please, the video live stream. We are dealing with some, believe it or not, internet issues getting it going, but it should be going now. And so you can see the behind the scenes, the exclusive content that's happening right now. And we've got Diane, Bill, and Teresa already online. So good morning, and thank you for joining us. We also have in the studio, we're very privileged to have Brandon Haney with PGA of America. You are the director, right? of the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship.
Correct. Good morning. Yes, championship director for this year's
Championship director. That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that on a business card. Championship director. Like you direct champions.
I'm very fortunate. Very fortunate. Yes.
Tell us, for those who don't know already, just give us a brief overview. Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah. So Brandon Haney, again, championship director of PGA of America. I oversee all aspects of this championship. With the PGA of America, we oversee the 30,000 golf professionals across the country. So it's we're one of the largest sports organizations in the world, but I specifically focus on our spectator championships department of the association. So we oversee the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship, the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, the PGA Championship, and the Ryder Cup. So those are our 4 big events in our inventory. But I've been very fortunate to be working.
I want to
on
see
this.
your email box.
It's kind of a mess right now. This time of year gets a little crazy.
How many meetings a day do you have
no kidding.
leading up to?
It's pretty much booked solid all day, every day. Yeah. But that's all right. We kind of know this time of year is always a little crazy.
And it's fun. No matter where the PGA Championship or the Senior PGA Championship is, you're there.
Yeah, so there's one of me at each one, kind of stationed in market, but I certainly go and support all of those away years. So last year our championship was down at our new headquarters in Frisco, Texas. So I got to spend a few weeks down there supporting the team and our friends Deb and the rest of the KitchenAid team down there as well.
Do you want to put a quick plug in for Frisco, Texas? You were talking about it yesterday with Johnny and I.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a golf wonderland.
Yeah, it's great. We moved our home PGA of America headquarters from West Palm Beach, Florida to Frisco, Texas a few years ago. So we have our new building down there, but we partnered with the Omni Resort. So they built a 500-room resort with 2 golf courses, a short course, and a putting green. So it is truly a golf mecca down there. And we hosted the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship was hosted there before the resort even opened to the public. So it was a great way to kick off that new property. And it will now host all of our championships over the next 10 plus years.
And talking about tuning up golf courses and getting them ready, you've been working hard on Harbor Shores.
It is in fantastic condition. I have to shout out Matt Volrath. He's the superintendent over at Harbor Shores. I think it's in the best condition it's ever been in.
Really?
Yeah. Fortunately, knock on wood, the weather's been pretty good to us. We've had a little bit warmer temperatures than we've ever had leading into the championship, but it is in great shape. We hosted our corporate cup earlier this week, and everybody was just raving about how good condition the course is.
Have you considered, you and Matt considered No Mow May for the golf course? You've heard of No Mow May, right?
I'm going to leave all the golf course maintenance stuff to Matt. He's
make
the
everything
there.
a rough. It'd be great. It'd be fantastic. Well, we really appreciate that the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship has been here in Benton Harbor for the last 13 years, on and off for every other year. And it really puts Benton Harbor and our Southwest Michigan region on a stage, on a pedestal to showcase for the entire world, because there are people all over the world that watch this KitchenAid Senior PGA Tour and that watch the championship. And so we've really appreciated what it's been and what it's meant here. But maybe talk a little bit about its history, how it got here, what it's done since then, what its significance to the community has meant to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I take a lot of pride, and it's something. This championship is a bit unique from what we do everywhere else, right? Most of our other championships, we come in, we're there for 1 year, and we might not come back to that market ever again, or 10 plus years. So it's not this repeat site where we have an opportunity to make a lasting impact. So it's been very fun to create some new initiatives. One thing we've done is the holiday food share program. Right? This year was the 8th. Last year was the 8th year we've done it. We've been able to give meals to over 450 families in the community around Christmas time, which has been fantastic. We started the Jack and Barbara Nicholas Champions for Change Scholarship in 2018. We've been able to fund that every championship since then, and we're going to do so again this year. We've been able to give a donation every championship to various youth organizations, Boys and Girls Club, First Tee Benton Harbor Promise, YMCA, Curious Kids Museum have all benefited from that donation each championship. So it's been really fun to be able to give back to a community that has welcomed us with such open arms over these last 12 years.
I know it takes a lot of your staff, but there's a lot of people who volunteer their time too. member of St. Joe Lions. I think we're taking over a hole or whatever. But how many volunteers do you end up having that work?
We couldn't host our championship without our volunteers, and it's a true testament to this community of the volunteer support we've received over the years. This year we'll have a little bit over 1,000 volunteers.
Wow!
What is amazing is
1,000 volunteers.
1,000 volunteers for this year's championship. About 250, so a quarter of our volunteers have volunteered all 6 championships.
No kidding.
It's incredible to have that kind of support over such a long period of time. Not many other markets could replicate that. It's been fantastic. And again, we couldn't do it without our volunteers.
Do you have to, as the recruit golfers to come in, or is it because it's the senior PGA, you're turning away a lot of the?
No, it's qualifying major. So it is a major championship. So all of them do want to play in it. And our field is shaping up to be one of the best we've ever had. Steve Stricker, who is our defending champion, he won 6 times on the PGA Tour Champions last year. He'll get to play Harbor Shores for the first time this year.
Oh, wow.
So he's never been here before, believe it or not.
Oh, that's great.
So it'll be awesome to welcome him into town. He's playing some of the best golf of his career. Plus a couple newcomers. Stuart Sink just turned 50. Boo Weekley just turned 50. Lee Westwood just turned 50. So a few guys that are new, plus a lot of our past champions. The Bernard Longers, who's playing again this week after he tore his Achilles. This is amazing to have him back.
Yeah.
Colin Montgomery, Rocco Mediate. The list goes on and on. So we're going to see some great golf here.
Is that one of the qualifications to be 50?
Yes.
You got to be 50.
Got to be 50.
And that's a senior. Why is that a senior?
Yeah. I don't make those rules.
Maybe we could mint a new name for that. Like not really a senior, but at least seasoned. Let's call it the KitchenAid Seasoned
Experience
Championship. Yeah, or Seasoned Experience. Yeah, absolutely.
Tiger Woods comes 50 in a year and a half.
Wow.
Is that I can only imagine if he were to show up.
Yeah, I mean, Tiger's one of those guys. Anytime he plays, he moves the needle, right? We would love to have him playing, but time will tell.
Where do all the golfers stay at when they come in town?
It's a lot of them. It's funny. Paul Broadhurst, our 2018 champion. He loves staying down at Mark III.
Oh, really? In those little hotels.
Yeah. But a lot of them have just developed friendships with people over the area. So staying with them or just renting houses, hotel. They're kind of all over the map.
Okay.
Yeah. But it is amazing how many friendships some of our players have developed from being here 5, now 6 times.
That's outstanding. That's really good. We're talking with Brandon Haney. KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship is coming up over Memorial Day weekend. He is one of the championship directors of the PGA of America. I'll get that right at one of these points. Sorry about that. It's a mouthful. You've got a lot to talk about as far as what's going to be happening this year. You've got 1,000 volunteers. How many golfers are going to be on there?
156.
156 golfers, 1,000 volunteers. You can imagine how many spectators and support staff are going to be required for that. So we'll talk a little bit more about what's going to be coming up at this year's event. And it's not a spoiler alert. It's not just golf.
Correct.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a moment on the WSJM.
I don't even know.
You're going to find out.
I know. I'm
on the
excited.
WSJM Morning Show.
At Sturgis Bank, it's our people that make the difference. Meet Stephanie Timmer, commercial lender for Van Buren County.
I grew up in South Haven.
Do that.
So she loves going to that.
Okay, we're back on the live stream here, gentlemen. I think we've got that right. So you were asking about the volunteers. What are some of the roles that the volunteers play?
Our biggest one is our marshals. So all the folks that are lining the rope lines, helping with crowd control and noise as they're playing. But we really have roles from that to contestant transportation, helping with getting folks around town. We have our tee refreshments, so all the coolers that are on each of the tee boxes for players to get water and Gatorades. We have a whole committee that are responsible for refreshing those. We have merchandise. We have, with Harbor Shores being one of the unique golf courses where we have to shuttle players from green to tee in 5 locations. We have a transportation committee or shuttle committee.
I'll be all over that one.
That one fills up very quickly.
I bet it does.
Who's driving the beer cart for the golfers?
we do have, and working with our friends at Patina Restaurant Group, they're our new caterer, food and beverage partner. They'll have the course covered for some
Probably the
concession outlets.
spectators. The players probably are not doing that.
Yeah, players get an option on every tee box, but we'll have plenty of options for all the spectators around the golf course too.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, I do like your food.
We've been very fortunate. They're a good partner of ours, and something new this year is moving the Pier Michigan Championship courtyard from the main entrance location adjacent to the driving range over to North Pier's parking lot.
Oh, wow.
So North Pier is another added outlet for food and beverage for us this year. So another new amenity for our spectators.
How many contracts do you have to negotiate?
A lot.
I mean, we're talking, let's say, porta potties, the water. I mean,
yeah.
everything.
When you we say we bring in a city, it's every one of those is a separate contract.
And then where can people park? I mean, other than on the grounds there. I mean, I know I've parked at the charter school.
Yeah, actually, one of the benefits of us switching that Pier Michigan Championship courtyard over to North Pier is we freed up that whole lot adjacent to the driving range. So now all of our volunteers will be able to park on site.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And so we're able to shift to just one off-site parking lot over adjacent to the inn at Harbor Shores. That lot over there. So
really?
That's pretty close. Just hop on a quick shuttle over to the golf course and we're in. Everybody else will be parking on the golf course.
I'm sorry. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
no, I need to do this thing. WSJM Morning Show. You're listening to exclusive content on the live stream. We've got Brandon Haney, KitchenAid PGA Senior PGA Championship is coming up on Memorial Day. Tickets are available now. Where can people get them?
srpga.com.
srpga.com. We'll talk a little bit more about what people can expect at this year's event, but also want to say good morning to Bernice, Bill, Teresa, and Diane, and others who are watching on the video live stream getting the exclusive content. Let's see. We've got the Bloomberg Business Sponsored Report coming up here in just a moment. We're going to rejoin the morning show, get some news here in just a couple of minutes. But Brett, you were going to ask a question. Sorry.
Yeah, which I totally forgot. So it doesn't take much, does it?
I'm sure
I got the
I wanna
attention
ask
span of
one.
a squirrel.
I want to ask one. What's the biggest challenge that you find during these events? Maybe in the lead up to it, and then we'll ask about during. After
the biggest one that's out of our control is the weather.
Okay.
Rainy days like we've had here in the last 24 hours can be challenging for us, especially as we're in construction mode right now. That's really what can slow down progress.
Okay.
We get a lot of these tied together and damaging any of our parking lots. So that's probably the one that even it's the most out of our control, but keeps me up the most at night.
I mean, what do you do?
We just have to have good contingency plans and a strong
work at night
and a strong build and production schedule. So we have to account for some of those days. We start early April. We actually have to build some snow days into our build schedule early on because it's inevitable. The first week of our build, we get snow.
Okay. What about challenges during the event itself?
Really, once, knock on wood, once we open the gates to our spectators and golf starts to be played, things kind of calm down for us operationally, and it's really just putting out small fires as they happen, right? Fixing little things as they come and making the spectator experience the best we can make it.
That's fantastic.
How and when do you determine the hole placements?
That is actually all done through our rules team. PGA of America, our competition and rules team has a whole set of what they do, and they determine that they'll go out and set those the night before.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Shares are jumping in pre-market trading after the company delivered an upbeat forecast and announced its biggest stock buyback in company history. The iPhone maker posted stronger than expected sales last quarter and did better than expected in China. Investors turn their focus to jobs today. The April Labor Department report will be released before Wall Street opens for trading. Traders expect that report will provide a clearer picture of just how much the Fed may cut borrowing costs this year. Tech powered a rally on Wall Street yesterday with gains ranging from around 0.9% to around 1.5%. The NBA is close to signing new long-term broadcasting deals that would pay the league about $76 billion over 11 years. That's 3 times the league's current deal. Sources tell Bloomberg that the league has agreed to the general framework of deals with Disney and Amazon. The NBA has yet to decide the winner of a third package, but a race is down to Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Comcast. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
All right. You should hear the grilling that's going on behind the scenes here. Hi, it's Ken Lundberg here, and we've got Bret Witkowski filling in for Johnny today. Brandon Haney is in today to talk about the KitchenAid Senior PGA Tour, the championship that's coming up. But the grilling that's going on behind the scenes. Brett, yeah, it's a grilling because you've asked 5 different ways now about the pin placement for the championship.
I just think it's,
when do you determine the pin placement?
Great.
When do you guys set it up? How do you do that? When do the players find out? All that stuff. No, it's really fascinating.
It's all good questions.
Yeah, I just think it's, people, you go to most courses, it's, public, the holes in the same spot all the time. Might change
really?
It once
they don't change them?
Maybe once a week.
Oh, man.
Maybe.
For people who don't know, the pin is the flag and the hole.
Right.
And the pin placement, it can really change your game because maybe it's on a slope, maybe it's on an uphill, maybe it's on a downhill, undulations in the green, whatever's happening. But how do you determine pin placement, Brandon?
Our chief championships officer, Kerry Hagg, is the best in the business when it comes to that. And I can't even.
Does he use a slide rule?
I can't even imagine
what does he
going
do?
in his mind as he sets those up. He gets.
Is he laughing? Is he giggling maniacally every time he puts the pin out there?
I'll actually tell one quick story. The
right.
first time I ever saw Kerry do it was 2013, Bell Reef Country Club for the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship. He was setting the Sunday pin placement on 18, and he kind of placed it in a spot when someone who doesn't follow golf that much, kind of like, oh, that seems easy. It was almost like middle back of the green, and he placed it there, and then he went to the front of the green and hit 2 putts around the left edge of the green that went all the way around to the back and then rolled back down in the middle 2 feet from the pin. And we were like, that's why he does what he does.
Wow.
It's amazing. So, and especially anyone who knows Harbor Shores, the greens are one of the most challenging aspects of the golf course. So he can have a lot of fun out here.
And the players will not know the pin placement for the PGA Senior PGA Championship until when?
Day before.
Yeah. Okay. They won't be able to. Can they use binoculars and go out and spy on the course?
No. Well, they can come out and play beforehand.
Okay.
And then the nice part is a lot of these players have
but
been
they have
here
to,
many times.
So they have to pay the green fees, right?
We take care of our players.
All right.
In a lot of sports now, like football, you see the quarterbacks watching video, and basketball. Can golfers watch video of themselves as they go from hole to hole?
How they've done in the
like how they did, watch
prior
their
hole?
shot on the previous hole.
Yeah, that's a good
things
question.
like that.
Not during the round.
Not during the round.
Yeah, not during the. A lot of them don't. Some of them don't even look at the leaderboard when they're playing, which is amazing. And if they're coming down the stretch on a Saturday or Sunday, a lot of them don't even want to know what's happening on the leaderboard.
All right, we're going to continue this conversation in just a couple of minutes. We have got to get some news and some other stuff out of the way. You're listening to the WSJM Morning Show.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Thanks for being patient with us today. We're just off the schedule because of Brett. You're talking too much.
Get used to it.
All right, fine. Sorry about that. In the local news that we're following today, the city of Benton Harbor is now requiring its water customers to pay their bills. About 4 years after a shutoff moratorium was put in place, some residents have reported receiving shutoff notices for the past week, shortly after city commissioners agreed it was time to start collecting on those bills again. However, Mayor Marcus Muhammad tells us when a customer gets a shutoff notice, they have options. We'll talk about those options and how they can set up payment plans. That's coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. Berrien County Board of Commissioners has voted to hire Dr. Jonathan Byer as the new Berrien County Medical Director. At the commission's meeting yesterday, County Administrator Brian Dissett said Byer has plenty of experience working with the county and that the transition from Dr. Rex Kabalka, who is moving out of state, should be seamless. There are a couple of requirements for Byer, as he will have to earn his master's degree in public health within the next 6 years. And then also the new appointment will have to be approved by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. And as we've reported, the Corewell Health System in Southwest Michigan has a new leader. Taking over July 1st, Natalie Baggio says she's ready to begin work as the new president of Corewell Health in Southwest Michigan. She is a registered nurse, has been for the last 15 years, and she says she wants to focus on expanding access to healthcare, and that means recruiting more healthcare workers. More stories like that coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. This is the WSJM Morning Show. We'll have weather and sports and more coming up next.
the Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher. The grandparents of a 5-year-old who accidentally shot and killed himself with a gun have been arrested.
Blossom Time Kids Parade. That's tomorrow.
What's that?
The Blossom Time Kids
Oh,
Parade.
yeah. I think we've got something on that. I'll pull that up. Absolutely.
You got kids and stuff?
We're expecting our first.
Are you really? Congratulations.
Thank you. August 29th.
So it kind of works out move-wise, doesn't it?
Just we got a championship, a move across the country, a new job, a child coming. Yeah. Throwing it all out at once.
Yeah, speaking of which, and we'll talk about this a little bit on the air, but you have been in this region since the KitchenAid Senior PGA Tour was here. The championship was here.
Yeah, my first one here was 2014.
2014.
Yep.
And so now, 10 years later, you're picking up stakes. Where are you going?
I'm headed down to Frisco, Texas. I was talking about our new headquarters. I was fortunate enough to have another opportunity within the PGA of America come my way late last year. So I'm actually working double duty right now, believe it or not. So I'm also the director of championship operations for the PGA of America, overseeing all 4 of those spectator championships that I had mentioned earlier.
Okay.
How many employees are of PGA America?
We have probably closer to 300 or more.
Wow, that many.
Yeah. So there's a lot
That's
within
a big company.
with outside of our spectator championships division, we have the whole membership that I talked about, our 30,000 PGA professionals, but a lot of different aspects. But within the championship department, we probably have 60 or 70.
What prompted the move from Florida to Frisco?
A more accessible location.
Okay.
And now, that's a place all of those PGA professionals can come down and
More accessible how? Airplanes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Dallas being a hub of an airport, it's very easy to get into the
But you don't like
DFW area.
you don't like the 3:00 in the afternoon thunderstorms every day in Florida, Central Florida?
Well, it seems like they're getting a lot of those down in the Dallas area.
Yeah, they
now.
are.
But and then the ability to have the two with Omni, those 2 golf courses, and host our championships right at our facility was great change for us.
That's great. Brett, do you play golf?
When I do, it's not good. I'll tell you that.
Brett and I are gonna have a little fun.
We'll have a great time.
Yeah.
May not finish, but
golf is all about having fun.
I played more, and then when the kids came along, that slowed down. And then my oldest daughter played in high school and college. And
it's a great part about the game is you can pick it back up at any point.
Well, the nice part of it is it's something you can do your whole life too. Yep. It's as much as I love football and basketball, as you and I both know, that football stops usually 18 to 18 for most, maybe 20, 22 for a few.
Sure stopped for me.
Yeah. But no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, you mentioned football. Both of you played football in college, right?
Correct.
I did.
Yeah,
Where did you play, Brandon?
I was at the University of Minnesota.
Okay. What position?
I was an offensive lineman. Guard.
Okay. All right. I could see that.
Yeah, not cornerback. I didn't make the cut on that one.
How about you, Brett?
I was at Ball State University. We would play 1 or 2 Big Ten teams a year.
Didn't they retire your number here in St. Joe?
No, I'm in the Hall of Fame, but they didn't retire my number.
Oh, okay.
No.
They should have retired it.
No,
would have been good.
My coach is still alive, which is cool.
Okay,
that's awesome.
So, and you know this from being in sports. This, the people and people so many doors open up. Just right by relationships. And it's just like the gentleman who recruited me to Ball State. His son is Jesse Minner at Michigan.
Okay,
it's just those type of things and the reason. One of the reasons Elliot Uselak came here as a football coach, he coached at Michigan with Bo, with my head coach, who worked with Bo and Elliot and was head coach at Ball State. And he called me one day and goes, "Hey, St. Joe need a coach. Elliot wants to move back to this area."
Yeah.
But this is those relationships from sports, and you see it in golf too.
Yeah, it's the best part about when I was playing and then now working in golf. It's the people you meet. It's a people business. It truly
exactly.
Is. Yeah. That's my favorite aspect about it.
And speaking of people business, you've got the community breakfast that will be is that the week leading up to?
Week of.
Week off.
Yeah. Wednesday, May 22nd, we'll have our host community breakfast at the championship.
What happens at that host community breakfast?
Yeah, so we invite all of kind of the local dignitaries out, welcome them, thank them for all their support of our championship, and then we will be making some special recognitions that day, and then there'll be a special announcement for a donation that day.
What's that announcement? Just you can tell us. We won't tell anyone.
Yeah, we're going to leave it to a little surprise for that Wednesday.
No, we get that. And I mean, in the years past, maybe some of the recipients.
That is the donation I had mentioned earlier. So that is when we have given that donation to
Boys and Girls
Boys
Club.
and Girls Club.
Okay.
First Tee at Benton Harbor,
Okay.
Curious Kids Museum, and then the Jack and Barbara Nicholas Scholarship Fund has been that day as well.
First Tee it's a nationwide program, and
Correct.
it helps young people really get in to understand and learn the game of golf. Right?
Yeah, the First Tee program is great, and what Evan Sanders and his team are doing at First Tee at Benton Harbor is fantastic. So we love being able to support them and having them involved in our championship. It truly meshes well with our initiative of growing the game of golf.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Is the game still growing?
Yeah, I think
numbers?
you're seeing the numbers across the board still on the rise. You know, that was one of the good things that came out of the COVID a few years ago was golf really got popular, right? And the professional game has some challenges going on right now, but everybody who's still interacting with the game on a day-to-day basis is, I see it at Harbor Shores. They're now a top 90 golf course, which is well deserved, but their tee sheet is full every day. And it's great to see so many people out and enjoying such a great game.
Yeah.
If someone goes on, what's it called, the live course or
live
tour, sorry.
Yeah.
And they hit 50, can they come then play on the PGA in the senior PGA?
We actually have 2 live golfers in the field.
Do you really?
Yeah, Lee Westwood and Richard Bland are
Okay.
both in the field for us.
You guys have made up the PGA overall and live, right?
There's we at the PGA of America are kind of on the sideline of all of that.
All right.
It is more of a PGA Tour and a live thing. So
we didn't tell you to be asking about live, so feel free to defer.
I stay out of that one as much as I can.
Okay. No, that's great. What we'll talk about in just a moment, if it's all right, is a little bit more about what people can expect this year.
Yeah, great.
And then some of the special events. Some of the things that I'm really excited about is the culinary stuff that's going to be coming in.
Sweet.
And
Food.
in fact, Brandon is already working to try to get me an interview with Carla Hall.
Nice.
I'm really excited. So thank you for that.
I have made some movement on that one.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I some outreach happened yesterday.
Good.
So.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. So thank you for that. But let's see. If you're listening on the live stream, you're getting exclusive content. If you're listening on the terrestrial, you can listen to Tech Trends from ABC News. We'll be coming back in just a couple of moments. So we'll be right back.
And stream video as much as you want with unlimited data, no interruptions or slowdowns, and a local support team. Visit Midwest Energy and Communications at teammidwest.com/internet to learn more and check your eligibility.
Barbets, Clarvets, Flarvets, there you'll get your flats. Proven winners at a roadside stand, even better than this van. Barbets, targets, their baskets can't be beat. Don't go to Lowe's or Home Depot, too much walk-in for your feet.
Well, maybe we don't know a lot about writing jingles, but we sure do know a lot about plants and flowers. We've got a fantastic selection of flats and hanging baskets right now, and we carry a full line of proven winners. We put our money into offering you the best of the best in flowers, not into expensive jingles. Barbet Farms and Greenhouses, bringing you the highest quality baskets, flats, flowers, and plants, and about the lowest quality jingle you've ever heard. Great gardens start with great plants from Barbet Farms.
Barbets, Clarvets, Flarvets, targets, Barbets, Clarvets, Flarvets, targets, Barbets, Flarvets.
Barbet Farms and Greenhouse, because plants grown right here on the farm grow better.
From ABC News Tech Trends, the first Rabbit R1s are now shipping out to customers. It's a Post-it note sized.
All right, so you're getting exclusive content behind the scenes. We've got Brandon Haney here with PGA of America, and you were asking a little bit about how many people are coming in for this, and if we've got any Michigan players who are going to be part of the Senior PGA Championship this year. How many?
There are 2 club pros from the state of Michigan that will be in the field this year, so I'm excited to have them here.
Where do you think they're going to place, or where are they ranked right now?
It's Harbor Shores is tough, right?
Yeah.
We'll see how they do. But,
156 golfers,
yeah,
right?
It'd be great to see them make the cut.
Okay.
Get into the weekend.
Do you know? I mean, what's the cut? How does that go day by day?
So we make the cut after Friday night's round. So after the second round, we'll make the cut of. It'll be about half the field that will make the cut to get to play into the weekend.
Wow. And then Sunday is the championship. Go, Brett.
Is this one of the only events or a few events in the senior where you actually have 4 rounds?
All the majors have
All the
4.
majors.
So if a regular PGA Tour Champions event is just 3 rounds, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but all of the majors are 4.
How do you determine, like on Thursday and Friday, who tees off and when and who they're with?
That goes back to Kerry Haig and our chief championship officer. He sets tee times and who. So I don't know what his method is to determine those pairings, but whatever he does it really well.
And then Saturday and Sunday is then based off how you're scoring.
Of their score.
All right.
Correct.
Hold that thought. We'll be right back in just a minute.
To $5,000 and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Mostly cloudy skies with scattered showers and a few thunderstorms during the day today. High temperatures right around 70 degrees. We'll see the rain taper off this evening, and overnight, just mostly cloudy skies down to 53. And Saturday, partly sunny and warmer, highs in the low 70s. We'll see a chance of rain return as we head into Saturday night and early Sunday morning. Sunday's high near 70. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
Hey, it's Fred Upton, and you're listening to The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
It is the WSJM Morning Show. I am Ken. You were not Johnny. You were not Johnny. Johnny's out today. He was celebrating Plinko de Mayo yesterday. He told you about that?
He did not.
Oh, his dog is named Plinko. And his dog turned 17 human years old yesterday.
17.
So they bought 19 pounds. I kid you not. They bought 19 pounds of pork to turn into carnitas to celebrate Plinko's 17th birthday.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So they're all sitting around, rolling around, rubbing their tummies this morning, sleeping in.
Disappointed.
Like Al Bundy?
I think so.
How come we didn't get an invite to that?
I know, I'm a little
right?
upset.
Yeah.
We should call him and wake him up.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the KitchenAid Senior PGA Tour Championship. It's coming up Memorial Day weekend. Brandon Haney is here. You are the czar in control of everything that's happening there, the community that's being built on Harbor Shores right now to host 156, 165? 156 golfers, 1,000 volunteers. And how many spectators are you anticipating?
We'll have thousands of spectators
and
out here.
You've got room for 40,000. So.
Yeah, it's a big golf course.
Oh, boy.
We want to see it full Memorial Day weekend.
That's a lot of fun. We got Bret Witkowski here as well, helping me fill in for Johnny. And one of the things that we were talking about as we got back into the break, and we'll cover what's going to happen at this year's event outside of golf in a moment. But when do you start planning for an event like this?
Truly, it never stops. I mean, with us being a repeat site here, we were going around the championship in 2022 already talking about how we can build things differently for 2024.
Okay.
And it's a question I get a lot is how come you guys have to start up the planning cycle so far in advance?
Yeah.
Where if it's not a repeat site, we usually have a team on the ground in the market 2 to 3 years ahead of time.
Wow.
And it truly is that long of a planning cycle to get one of these championships off the ground, because you have to first identify where you're going to build all of your things. The big things, merchandise, hospitality, concessions. We have to identify those. Then we have to start selling them. And we have to have enough time in that window for our sales teams to get out and start selling those products. And then we get into this time frame where, all right, now we have to execute it. And when I just spoke at a vendor match panel for Ryder Cup a few weeks ago, and it's amazing that, when we talk about the city that we have to build, but in another sport, the stadium's already built.
Oh, yeah.
We have to build our stadium before we can execute the event.
Wow.
Which is great. Gives us the flexibility to adapt to the property that we're on.
But don't you just go to Costco and pick up, stadium on a shelf or something? Where do you bring in all this stuff?
That easy,
yeah,
right?
No
yeah, we were talking about how many vendor contracts we oversee. It's we have to have a service provider for almost every category you can possibly think of.
Wow.
We have our flooring and tenting crews are on site right now building the structures, and then the power and HVAC crew comes in right behind them to put the power on it. And once the infrastructure is built, then the decor company's got to come in and start building out all the decor. The internet company's got to come in and put the internet in.
Oh, yeah.
And even think just about your radio show that you'll be doing on site is we gotta build that tent, and then we gotta put the power in there. We gotta put the internet in there. So it truly is a stadium that we have to build before we can actually bring one person on site to enjoy it.
We were talking about that yesterday, and yes, we will be broadcasting live the WSJM morning show from the KitchenAid Senior PGA Tour Championship, which we're really looking forward to. And you said that we're each going to have our own VIP trailer, and there's going to be a green room, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. You might have to share it with Deb.
Okay.
With M&Ms.
You want
Oh, yeah.
like only
you
green
please-
ones?
Yeah.
I'll take them all. I'm not that picky.
But tell us, so after it's all built, after the golfers are here, there's going to be a lot for the spectators, and it's not just golf. What else can people look forward
Yeah,
to?
it truly is a community event. And that's, again, I go back to taking a lot of pride in this championship, in this market, is we do so many things that are unique and more than just golf. And one new thing this year, we are working with our friends at PGA Hope and bringing a veterans clinic to the championship. So Monday afternoon, we have 75 veterans that have already registered. They'll get to come out for a couple hours and get lessons from PGA professionals.
Oh, man.
We'll have one of our playing pros there, interacting with all the veterans. So it is a great addition to this championship, another way for us to give back to that veteran community on Memorial Day weekend. So very, very excited about that. Wednesday, we mentioned we'll have that host community breakfast. And then another new event to this year's championship is Beyond the Green. So PGA Reach is our charitable arm of the PGA of America. They have this program where they bring in local youth groups and teach them about job opportunities in the market. So working closely with our friends at Whirlpool and Corewell Health, we're going to have about 80 to 100 students on site Wednesday. We're going to bus them over to Corewell and Whirlpool. They'll get to do tours of each facility, and then they'll come back on site. They'll get lunch. They'll get to hear from Joshua Short down at WNDU, hear his story, and then we'll have another panel of folks talking about their careers, how they got to where they are. And then they'll have some fun going inside the KitchenAid Fairway Club, seeing a pasta making competition.
Oh, man.
And then we're going to work with our friends at LMC about a e-gaming demonstration on how popular that's become. So
that has really gotten popular.
Full fun day for a bunch of local youth in the community to come out, interact with the championship, and then learn about real job opportunities in market.
One of my favorite video games, by the way, is still Roy McIlroy's PGA Golf. I play it on Xbox.
We're gonna try to get some
really good
video
there.
game system.
Xbox too?
Oh yeah,
Same
you play?
here. Oh yeah.
Oh,
we're gonna try to get one hooked up to the video board in the courtyard. So
really?
We'll have some fun with it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fantastic. What about the culinary stuff? Let's talk about the food.
Yeah, well, that's one of the best parts of this championship and our partnership with KitchenAid is bringing cooking and food, meshing it together with golf. And it kind of on the surface, it seems like an odd combination, right? But it truly isn't. And it's all about making memories, both on the golf course and in the kitchen, right?
Yep.
But the KitchenAid Fairway Club, I've been fortunate enough to work a lot of golf tournaments over the years. It's the best activation I've ever seen, and what they do inside that facility is incredible. The demo kitchen and all the products they have on display. If you're in the market for anything, it's worth the price of admission alone just to see what they have, interact with all the Whirlpool and KitchenAid employees to learn about it. But then who they bring in from celebrity chefs and local chefs, it's incredible. You can spend a full day inside the KitchenAid Fairway Club, not watch any golf, and be worth the price of your ticket. And this year we got Carla Hall, Jasmine Roth, and Alex Garnaschelli. It's a really a who's who lineup of celebrity chefs. And I know, Ken, you're chomping at the bit to get an interview with Carla. And I think we're going to make that happen.
Sweet.
But we are certainly looking forward to welcoming them to Harbor Shores. And it's just such a great added value to any of our spectators who are on site.
Before we wrap up, so this is the last time it'll be at Benton Harbor for the foreseeable future. And so we've really appreciated the investment that PGA KitchenAid has made and PGA of America has made in the championship and the tour. But what's next? Where does it go after this?
Yeah, 2025, our championship is scheduled to be hosted at Congressional Country Club out in Bethesda, Maryland.
That's a nice course.
Yeah, a little history behind that golf course. We don't know what the future holds beyond 2026, but for us at the PGA, this is we'll figure that out. But it's really about our partnership with KitchenAid, and we really want to make this the best championship, not only best championship we've ever hosted, but the best experience for KitchenAid and Whirlpool. And they've been a tremendous partner to us over the last 13 years. This community holds a special place in my heart, special place in the hearts of all the PGA of America employees that have come to know this place for the last 13 years. And we're going to make it the biggest and best championship yet for them. And look forward to shining that spotlight on Southwest Michigan one more time here in a few weeks.
That's fantastic. We look forward to it. People, if they want to get tickets and attend, what do they need to know?
Yeah, we have great ticket options still available. So we have our flex tickets, which you can use any day, Thursday through Friday of the championship. We have our upgraded venue, the Makers Trail 19th hole, which sells only local beer, wine, cider, and spirits, located on the 17th green. Fantastic location. And then our Champions Club, which is a fully inclusive food and beverage ticket, also located on the 17th hole. So all those ticket options are available at srpga.com.
srpga.com. Brandon Haney, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me. This was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We weren't too hard on you, were we?
No, I can handle it.
He likes questions.
I do. I can take it.
All right. So srpga.com for more information and tickets. They're available. And there's a lot of room and a lot of stuff to see out at the Harbor Shores for this event. It's coming up over Memorial Day. We'll be back in a minute.
Whether it's helping to determine when to take Social Security, create tax-favorable income, or reducing risk in the stock market, Austin Tax and Financial can help.
We could go.
Okay, here we go.
I do too.
Yeah, so that was an hour.
Yeah, we could keep going.
We could keep going. We do keep going. We're always here. But no, that was good. Is there anything else we missed for folks on the live stream?
No, I just appreciate all the support. Again, it's just a continued big thank you to the community for being such welcoming to us over the years. We've truly appreciated being here, and we appreciate giving back and enjoy giving back to the community, and hopefully everyone will come out and enjoy this championship one more time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good weather.
Yes. If you can help us with the weather, that would be great.
We will talk to the big guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely. No, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. And we'll continue. Sorry, I'm doing some stuff on the back end here. Do that.
Pretty good at multitasking over there, Ken.
You know, I mean, you're not supposed to be good at multitasking, but I do it anyway. All right. But no, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you coming in, and we look forward to working with you between now and Memorial Day to get everything. Anything you need from us, you let us know.
Get some sleep.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's when I go home now, it's packing up the house. Well, that's my second job right now.
And congratulations on the one to be born.
Thank you.
And
you have one incredible busy summer.
Thank you. Yeah, it'll be fun. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
right?
it'll be one you'll never forget.
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to get nothing but golf gifts at the baby shower?
I hope not. I hope we get some like diapers and actual baby. Yeah.
Diapers are expensive.
Back to Costco.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. All right. Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We might not be manufacturing a good, we might not be selling a product, we're offering insurance products. We have years of first-hand experience and second-hand experience as well.
And that's why I come to work every day, establishing those relationships and feeling like I'm an important part of their business. They're counting on me to make sure that this asset of theirs is covered properly, and if something goes wrong, they've got peace of mind of knowing it's going to be taken care of.
IMS, an auto owner's agency in St. Joseph and in Niles.
Watching over you, IMS Insurance Management Service.
Welcome to Art and Image, your premier destination for elevating your brand awareness across Southwest Michigan. Art and Image, not just a sign company, your trusted partner in business success. Experienced graphic artists dedicated to providing professional services that turn your vision into reality. With over 33 years